Roman Reigns may lose Tribal Combat due to one major reason, according to wrestling legend. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to my channel. I hope everyone is having a nice day. Before we begin the video, please subscribe and give the video a thumbs up. Roman Reigns and Solo Sikoa are set to lock horns in a singles contest for WWE Raw's debut on Netflix. Both men have been trying to take each other down since Reigns' return at SummerSlam, and their upcoming match on the historic Raw episode could add another twist to the intriguing Bloodline story. A legend recently weighed in on the result of the bout. Roman Reigns teamed up with the Usos, Sami Zayn, and CM Punk to pin Solo Sikoa and his Bloodline at War Games. Since then, there have been multiple developments in their intriguing story. Bronson Reed, Tonga Loa, and Jimmy Uso walked out of the brutal match with injuries, and Drew McIntyre's return has turned things around for the OG Bloodline. During a recent edition of the Jim Cornette Experience podcast, the legend addressed the potential winner of the match and stated that WWE could shock the world with a Solo Sikoa victory. The veteran added that if Sikoa ended up losing, he might not be able to maintain his scary persona after losing two big matches to the OTC. We got Roman Reigns and Paul Heyman going not only now for an Emmy, but also potentially an award in cinematography. They've been fooling us for about 3 years now, so maybe Roman gets beat on this one, but maybe he gets beat in such a way. It would be hard to figure out a way to keep Solo scary if he just got beat at Survivor Series, and now he gets beat on this widely watched special. Because then, if you do the heat afterward, you're just doing the same thing, said Jim Cornette. Addressing Roman Reigns' challenge on the latest episode of SmackDown, Solo Sikoa stated that he would keep his tribe aside to make it a fair game on WWE Raw's debut on Netflix. The tribal chief also sent a stern message to Reigns, stating that he would walk out of the historic show with a victory and the Ulafala. Time will now tell what WWE has in store for their match. In the world of professional wrestling, there are few superstars as dominant and legendary as Roman Reigns. With his long reign as Universal Champion, Reigns has cemented himself as one of the most formidable figures in WWE history. His time as the head of the table, the tribal chief, has been marked by an unwavering sense of power and an aura of invincibility. But recent developments and statements from a renowned wrestling legend have cast doubt on Reigns' status as the undisputed champion, suggesting that he may lose his title in a high-stakes match set to define his legacy. Tribal Combat. Tribal Combat is a unique and intensely personal match in WWE, often tied to the concept of family, heritage, and tradition. It's a clash where the stakes are higher than just championships. It's about the very fabric of the family itself. Reigns, who has spent years building a dynasty around the Simone Anoa'i family, finds himself now at a crossroads, with the possibility of losing it all. The announcement that a prominent wrestling legend has weighed in on the situation only adds to the intrigue. The legendary figure in question is none other than the Hall of Famer, who has witnessed the evolution of WWE firsthand. According to this expert, Roman Reigns' reign as champion could come to an end in the Tribal Combat due to one major reason: the very essence of what the match represents. Wrestling matches are often seen as a reflection of personal growth, and for Reigns, the story leading up to Tribal Combat is one of his greatest tests. For the past few years, Roman Reigns has built his empire with an iron fist. His portrayal of the tribal chief has been marked by strategic alliances, ruthless power plays, and a level of dominance that seemed untouchable. But as every wrestling fan knows, even the most dominant champions are not immune to the shifting tides of wrestling storylines. According to the wrestling legend, Reigns' arrogance and overconfidence may be his downfall. The Tribal Combat match is more than just a contest of physicality. It's a battle of spirit, of honor, and of familial loyalty. Reigns, for all his achievements, has at times alienated the very family that made him who he is. The tension between Reigns and his relatives, particularly his cousin Jey Uso, has been well documented. The slow burn of this storyline has captivated audiences, drawing them into a narrative that is as much about emotional conflict as it is about in-ring action. According to the legend, Reigns' inability to fully reconcile with his family may be the catalyst for his defeat. And loyalty are at the core of Tribal Combat. This is a match where the legacy of the Samoan dynasty is on the line. If Reigns cannot repair the rifts within his own bloodline, he risks losing not only his title, but also the respect and support of his family. The wrestling legend believes that this emotional vulnerability will be Reigns' undoing. In a match where honor and tradition carry such weight, a lack of familial cohesion could prove disastrous. Moreover, the legend pointed to the growing support for Reigns' opponent, who has captured the hearts and minds of fans with a message of unity and resilience. This competitor has come to embody everything that the Samoan bloodline stands for: strength, loyalty, and respect. In contrast to Reigns' increasingly isolated and authoritarian rule, this challenger represents the spirit of family, the very thing Reigns has neglected in his pursuit of power. The stakes of Tribal Combat are not just about who is the better wrestler. They are about who can truly claim the mantle of the family leader. Another critical factor highlighted by the wrestling legend is the psychology of Tribal Combat itself. The match type is designed to strip away the glitz and glamour of traditional WWE bouts and force the competitors to tap into their primal instincts. In this environment, Reigns' calculated, almost clinical approach to his championship defenses could work against him. Wrestling is as much about mental fortitude as it is about physical prowess, and in this high-pressure situation, Reigns may falter in ways he hasn't before. The legend also pointed to the evolution of Reigns' character over the years. While his current persona as the Tribal Chief has been a smashing success, there are concerns that Reigns has become too accustomed to dominating without truly acknowledging the humanity and vulnerabilities of his adversaries. The most iconic champions in WWE history have always had a certain level of relatability, a connection with the audience that transcends the scripted drama. Reigns, for all his success, has at times been criticized for being too disconnected from the fans and too consumed by his quest for dominance. In contrast, his opponent in the Tribal Combat match is seen as someone who is more attuned to the pulse of the WWE universe. This competitor, according to the wrestling legend, has a unique ability to draw strength from the crowd and feed off their energy, whereas Reigns' approach has become increasingly insular. The fans, in this case, may play a significant role in determining the outcome of the match. The energy of the crowd can turn the tide in a way that no strategy or calculated move can match. Furthermore, the wrestling legend emphasized the unpredictability of WWE's storytelling. In the past, some of the most shocking moments in professional wrestling have occurred when the seemingly invincible champion loses when least expected. This unpredictability is part of what makes wrestling so compelling. The audience, for all their loyalty to Reigns, might witness a seismic shift in the balance of power when they least expect it. Another compelling reason why Reigns could lose Tribal Combat is the possibility of outside interference. While Reigns has the support of his loyal allies, such as the Usos, there is always the potential for betrayal or unforeseen circumstances to tip the scales in the match. The very nature of Tribal Combat, with its focus on family and legacy, could invite unexpected plot twists. The involvement of other family members or outside forces could alter the dynamics of the match in a way that no one sees coming. The wrestling legend also discussed the concept of the passing of the torch, which is a common theme in professional wrestling. The idea is that every champion's reign is temporary, and at some point, a new star must rise to take their place. While Reigns has enjoyed a lengthy and dominant reign, the legend believes that Tribal Combat could be the moment where the WWE Universe witnesses the changing of the guard. This shift could mark the beginning of a new era for the Samoan dynasty, with a new leader emerging from the ashes of Reigns' reign. Tribal Combat, as a match, represents more than just a fight for a title. It is a battle for the very identity and future of the Samoan family in WWE. The outcome of this contest will have long-lasting implications, not just for Roman Reigns, but for the entire WWE landscape. If Reigns is to retain his position as the tribal chief, he must overcome not only his opponent, but also the deep-rooted issues within his own family. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe to our YouTube channel for more updated news.